going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds, where today we're doing something different. I brought my GoPro and all my good audio equipment, and I forgot the SD card for my GoPro. I truly did. I literally forgot the SD card. I got all the way here, an hour away from home. I click on my GoPro to start recording, and it said no SD card, and I went, oh no. So this week's walkarounds are recorded on an iPhone. Hey, you know, it is what it is, man. If you think I'm going to miss this week's worth of videos over forgetting my SD card, not going to happen. We're going to jump into this video. Number one is a 2013 Dodge Dart. It's in the blue car category, which is generally going to be rental cars, off-lease vehicles, things like that. I noticed on the windshield it said no battery. So, you know how I feel about no battery cars, guys. Now, look, you're all entitled to your own opinion, obviously, but try to remember I'm also entitled to mine. If a car has no battery, generally I'm not going to buy it. Generally, I am not going to buy a car with no battery because that, to me, in my opinion, it means that someone was so either desperate or so done with the car that they just gave up and took the battery because it was the most valuable part in the car. That's not good. That's not good. Now, like I said, I know a lot of you are going to have your own opinions about that, but it's just a general rule of thumb for me. If it ain't got battery, I ain't interested in it. Now, looking at this, I'm trying to remember if this is a GT, a turbo. This is so bad, guys. This is bad. This is a really bad one. Someone shattered. This is another bad sign. Someone shattered the screen. All right. Just things like this make me, leery. Really leery. It looks like it's got a full digital screen back there. I'm not 100% sure on that. We got a toggle switch that does something. I don't know. Let's take a look under the hood, because already the interior is pretty bad. And another thing I noticed is it looks like someone had broken into this or something. This is all chewed up. It's destroyed. It's all scratched and dented under here. Same thing right here. You can see where someone was just beating the living crap out of that there. So this does not look like a car. It was well cared for. That'd be good. Ooh, yeah. Well, it is a turbo. It is a turbo. I'm curious. I'm really curious if it'll run. Why, I don't know. I probably shouldn't waste my jumper pack juice on this. What is going on under here? Oh boy, someone's just been, this poor car. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to hear it run? If so, I guess we can put a jump pack on it. It does have oil. Yeah, it's got oil. Okay. I mean, that's a good sign, right? We're off to a decent start. Every time I see a Dodge Dart, it just remembers me. It just reminds me. Forgive me, guys. I'm losing it. It does have coolant, too. She's got coolant. It just reminds me of the two Dodge Darts that Weird Beard and I and Austin Carr and several other people got together, and I think even John was there. I call him Mercedes John because he doesn't really have a YouTube channel, but like we all got together, man, and we kind of hustled on that car, and yeah, this car reminds me of that back in the day. Front tire over here looks good. Back tire over here looks good. That's a Falcon. The front is a Douglas. Douglas, I believe, is a Walmart brand. I'm not hating on the Walmart brand either. So Falcon over here, and what, a Douglas? Okay. So at least it's got somewhat matching tires. Lots of spider webs and stuff. Is this a timing belt motor? Because I see a plastic cover on the front, and I'm betting that is that looks like a timing belt motor. No kidding. Okay, guys, let's get the booster pack out. Let's see what it does, because this car is going really cheap right now. Well, she sprang to life pretty quickly. It is listed with a D for run and drive. Oh man, that smells awful. Let's turn all that off. Hold on. That is off. Why? Okay, the windshield wipers literally say off. I don't know, man. I think they're just stuck on. Yeah, windshield. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. Anyway, the windshield wipers are stuck on. There's that digital dash that I was telling you about. That actually looks pretty cool. It's fired up. Well, it runs. And even the screen works. I didn't expect that. Yeah, even the touch screen works. Okay, let's see if the air conditioning works. Hey, man, put it in gear. Does it go backwards? Oh. No, it doesn't go backwards. Well, there she goes forwards, somewhat. There she goes. I don't know, man. This one is rough, guys. Okay, let's see if we got any. Oh, it doesn't move. It doesn't move. Oh, wow, it's backfiring. It has no power. Okay. Nope. That's weird. I didn't see a check engine light. There's the light, so it works. Why is the check engine light not on? Yeah, there's no throttle, man. No throttle at all. She's pretty bad. So, you know what that means? Number one, we're turning that off because I ain't wasting no more power on it. Yeah, something is very, very wrong with this. It has absolutely no power. Lots of wires just strung up under there. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Okay, enough of that. Let's move on to the next one. Next on my list, a 2017 Range Rover. I'm actually looking at this for a buddy of mine, the guy that sold me my house, Eli. He sent this to me. He's thinking about purchasing it, but he didn't have the time to come out here and check it out. So I said, why not include this in this week's walk around? Then he can see it for himself and judge for himself. So we're going to just do a quick walk around. 26,000 miles on the odometer. No airbags are deployed. Okay. It's like a smaller Land Rover, a Range Rover, I'm sorry, or Ford, whatever you want to call it. So we've got some scratches down the side here. I'm not sure what this signifies, if that's a bend or something, because I don't see it. This fender, to me, looks fine. Then we start getting in, well, to the issues, okay? Obviously, they decided the hood was trash because it's buckled right here. Now, I don't feel a buckle there, but I'm no expert. So, looks like the hood took a little bit of damage where it was probably pushed down here. This is a plastic fender, and it's trashed. They were going to dump this over this. You probably can't even see it because I can't see it and I'm standing here. But they're going to, okay, you don't need that. The door apparently has a slight bend here. I don't feel anything there at all, so you can save that too. The fender obviously has got to go, and then we start looking over here. So let's go ahead and pop the hood and try to get a better idea of what all is going on under here. So this will be your upper support, and thankfully it looks like the whole thing just bolts on. This is great. This is great. The ones that are spot welded on are a little more difficult. So they show that there's some damage here, and that I guess they wanted to just pull this out they weren't going to actually replace it. Maybe a little damage there. So the good thing about this is if you want to replace it, you can replace it. But also, it's thin metal, guys. It's thin metal. You can usually just straighten this out to fit. The fuse block, looks like they determined this was damaged to the point of being trashed. I'm not quite sure why. I do see a main wiring harness disconnected here, of course. There's a lot of wires missing for the front bumper, the lights, probably sensors and stuff like that. But I think this, guys, you could probably salvage this. I wouldn't go and replace that. No reason to. This right here is where things get a little tricky, because this is like the outer portion of your frame rail, if you want to call it that. Obviously, the splash guard is damaged, so that's trash. Some things here got pushed down. I think you can see that right there. Okay, this whole section here has been bent down. Now, looking over here at where all the spot welds are, I don't see anything wrong with it back here. All right, this is obviously bent up, but it's bolted on. You can unbolt this, replace this part. This down here, bent down, but as you can see, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, spot weld. You can actually pull this whole section off and replace it. So I believe the frame rail down here is fine, which that's good news. So I think this is all safe, good to go. Crash bar, bumper, obviously. This piece right here is also damaged, so you'll be replacing this. I assume it bolts on somewhere. It actually bolts onto this piece right here, so that's good. You got to replace this anyway. So yeah, down here, Randy. So there you go. The intercooler is damaged right here in the corner. That's going to need to be replaced. The condenser, I don't see a puncture in it, guys. I know that it's been tapped, but I don't actually see a puncture in it. But chances are, if you're going to do this right, you're going to want to replace the condenser, the radiator, the intercooler, and most likely all of the plumbing associated with it way down there. Now, for a Range Rover, these parts are going to probably be somewhat expensive, but honestly, I think you could save this, guys, pretty easily. I don't know why I'm talking to you. I'm really talking to Eli. Eli, I think you could save this, man. I think you could. I don't have an estimate on cost of repairs, but if you just do the bare necessities with a fender, maybe a hood, maybe not, but definitely a fender, the fender liner, some of the electrical stuff that's going to be down here, the bumper, maybe the lights, condenser, intercooler, and radiator, this frame piece right here that's slightly bent, I think you'd be all right. And take a look in the back. You might find that they were nice enough to include some of the, they did not. Okay, so you don't get anything with this one. You don't get the headlight assemblies, grille pieces, none of the clips, bolts, nuts, none of that. So you're gonna have to source all that yourself. That makes it a little more difficult. But on a positive side, the interior is very clean. It's low miles. The accident damage is very minimal. And no airbags are deployed. I don't even think a seatbelt tensioner deployed in this. It didn't. No, seatbelt tensioners are good. Bags are all good. It's got power. Let's go ahead and let's fire this one up. Where's the push to start? Or is it push to start? Surely it is. It's a 17. Oh, it's up here. Low battery, please start engine. We can do that. Yeah, we can do that for you. See if we have any warning lights on. We do have a check engine light on, which makes sense. There's a lot of stuff under there disconnected, and the intercooler probably has a hole in it. So, makes perfect sense. Infotainment system is all working. Everything here seems to be fine. We'll find out if the condenser has a hole in it or not, if the air conditioning starts working. Let's go ahead and let's put it in reverse. There you go, backup camera's on. Let's put it in drive. Yeah. All right, let's check the important window, which with 20-some thousand miles, it's gonna work. Pretty much everything's gonna work in here. You got your panoramic roof back there. Very nice. This is a very nice vehicle, man. Very nice vehicle. Air conditioning, I think, is actually working. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yes, the air conditioning is ice cold. So, I mean, depending on how cheap you wanted to be with it. Let's turn this off. No, that's the wrong button. Dang it. Anyway, depending on how cheap you wanted to be with the repair, I think you could get away with a lot on this one. I think this one is very, very, very forgiving. Easily a DIY project, man. So the condenser is still good. So even though it's tweaked, you could straighten that back out. The radiator may not be, it's not. See, the radiator's not broken. It's full of coolant. So all it did was it tweaked all this. You don't have to replace this whole thing, man. You can just tweak it back. You could save a lot of money doing it that way. So I think this is an awesome deal right here, guys. So we're going to keep this on the list. We're going to see what it does. Next, we've got a 1992 Ford Mustang that looks like it had been very, very well cared for before, well, she ended up on fire. 3,939 miles. I'm probably not going to believe that, but okay. I love this body style, man. I've always loved the look of the louvered taillights on these. This beautiful spoiler. Before they went where spoilers were, 10 feet tall and sticking out. This car, in my opinion, has a timeless design. I think it's aged very well. It doesn't look too old, and it obviously doesn't look new, but it just holds its own, man. The appearance of this car is still very aggressive, and to me, very impressive, even today. Let's pop the hood, because obviously something went terribly wrong under here. Oh, okay. Somebody had a little fun with this bad boy. First thing I noticed, same thing I did on mine. Mine was a 94, so I had the new body style. The new body style Mustangs came out in 1994, and I think it was 94. Now I'm confused. I'm pretty sure the new body style Mustang came out in 1994. Let's hold this hood up real quick. There we go. I am like 99% certain mine was a 1994, but in 94, they still had the 5.0. And I know there's going to be a lot of debate and argument in the comment section over that, but just trust me. We did get 1 year with the new body style Mustang that still had the 5-liter overhead valve V8 before they went to the modular V8 4.6 later down the road. And I had this exact same trick flow on mine. Now mine was like an 88. I had converted the front clip and everything to a 90s, so it looked more modern, except for the dash. It still looked old school, but we had trick flow everything under the hood. It was a mean car. It was also a convertible. I'm trying to see like what happened here. Where is the extent of the damage to get an idea of where the fire started? Really hard to tell. I mean, wires obviously melted everywhere. I would almost bet money the engine is probably still good, though. You got what looks like, and I can't hardly tell, I do believe those are long tube headers. I'm almost certain these are long tube headers. Somebody had some money in this engine, guys. They did, and I would bet money this engine would still run. I mean, obviously, you got to pull it out of the car, and it's going to need all of the wiring harnesses replaced, fuel injectors, everything like that replaced, but yeah, those are long tubes. You can see where they collect down there at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know. Comment below. What do you guys think happened to it? Where do you think the fire started? Dang. Okay, let's take a look at the interior. See how she looks in here. Oh. No. Did somebody lock it? Surely not. Surely not. It's probably just from the fire, the heat or something. There we go. There we go. Oh, wow. This is almost a time capsule in here. Really? No way. Okay, remember when I said there's no way this had 3,000 miles on it? Guys, I think I was wrong. Look at this. Look at the carpet. It's still shaggy. That shag wears out over time, guys. The door panel, perfect. The dashboard, look at this. I'm trying to see somewhere that is worn out that would tell me it's 103,000 miles. Like the seat, you know. But truthfully, there's no wear on the bolster at all. The steering wheel, I believe that's all from heat. I could be wrong. What do you think? What do you think? The shifter boot. Oh, those shifts feel good too, man. Wow, look at the equalizer. You guys remember this old school stereo system? This, to me, does not look like 103,000 miles. It could be. I'm not going to say definitely that this is 3,000 miles, and I'm not going to say that it's not either. Honestly, guys, this thing is pretty damn mint. Pretty damn mint. This could be saved. I shouldn't be doing this. I need to talk myself out of this. This is a bad idea. A really bad idea. This is a car that's relatively cheap to find parts for, cheap to fix. I don't think that bumper's savable. Pretty sure it's not, but you never know, man. You never know. You pull this engine out and you clean all this up, and obviously you're going to need a whole new wiring harness for the entire car. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, but dang it, man. This one could be saved. This one could be saved, and she's mean. She is mean. I'm telling you right now, guys, I think you guys have only seen me do a motor once, and that was on the Dodge Dart. I am, against my better judgment, really considering this. Really considering this. And the oil is still full. Might have a little water in it from the fire, but I don't think anything's hurt under here. Now, if you wanted to make your life a lot easier, you could convert this whole thing to carburetor, and that would drastically reduce the amount of wires that you need. No air conditioning, make it a street car, a toy, get rid of the AC, and run just a basic setup for a carburetor. And you could ditch most of the vacuum lines, most of the wires, and you could still use pretty much the entire engine just the way it is, aside from obviously intake manifold and adding a carburetor or adding a Holley EFI. I don't know. My mind is working, guys. I got to stop because I don't need a project like this right now. Comment below, though, please, right now, and tell me what you think of the Mustang GT. Next on my list is a 2007 Chrysler Pacifica. Not something I personally care for myself, but they generally flip well. I don't know why, but people like these things. It's got 202,000 miles on the odometer. It's actually pretty clean considering. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad at all. Let's see what she looks like on the other side. This side looks fine. The back looks good. And this side actually looks pretty good too. The tires are decent. Yeah, this could make a decent little flip vehicle if we can figure out why it's actually here. Let's pop the hood. See what's going on underneath it. All right, we got a 4-liter. Nice little V6. Let's prop the hood. There we go. And let's take a look at what's going on under here. It has some coolant. It's a little low, but it's got coolant. It's got brake fluid. Does it have oil? Somebody shoved a screw through the dipstick because the dipstick broke. And it does have oil. And in fact, the oil actually looks pretty dang good. Okay. It's got power steering fluid too. Things are looking really good so far. Now all we got to do is find the transmission dipstick. I think they still had one. Or did they? Nope, they did not. They did not. No tranny dipstick, so you can't see what's going on with the transmission. All right, now this is an insurance car. What is this? What is that? Somebody made a handle or something. That's okay. That's interesting. I'm thinking, could this be an undercarriage damage? Because I really don't see I don't see any signs of a front-end collision that would total a car. So let's climb under, take a look. Transmission looks good. Engine looks good. Tires look good. Why are you here? You know what I mean? Nah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Let's see. It doesn't say anything about whether it was collision damage or hail damage. Oh, is it going to be dead as a doornail? I bet it is. Of course it's dead. All right, let's throw a jump on it, see what it does. All right, we got the booster pack hooked up to it. Let's see if she's alive. Oh yeah, she's alive. She's alive. All right, here we go. You ready? Let's see, what lights do we have on? Okay, well, we got a few. Wow. TPMS, ESP, ABS, brake, traction control. So we got a few codes here, guys. We got a few codes here. I'm gonna walk around, take another look at the wheels. It says one tire is low, so it may actually just have a low tire. Let's put it in reverse. I felt it engage. I felt drive engage too, and it's moving forward. Okay, good deal. What about air conditioning? I know that it's not really that important right now, but it's just an additional selling point if a car's got AC. It truly is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this thing sit here and kind of run for a while. I can't see. There we go. Should be on vent now, but nothing's coming out of the vent. Okay, anyway, I'm going to let it sit here for a while. I'm going to check the important window. Important window does work. I want to see if I see any suspension damage, because I did kind of a walk by, but I really want to check the suspension. Front wheel's straight, back wheel over there looks straight too. What about here? Yeah, it looks straight. What is this thing doing here? I don't know, guys. It runs perfect. It really does. Oh, uh-oh. Hatch doesn't open. Okay, well, that kind of sucks, but this is actually pretty nice, guys. It really is. This is very decent. I can't figure out why it's here. I don't understand why it's here. The air conditioning is finally coming out of the vents, and it's honestly not that cold. Yeah, let's give it a little throttle. Oh, that's weird. I didn't do that. I gave it a little throttle and it kind of hung. See, my foot's not even on the gas now. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to tap the throttle and immediately let go and watch what it does. See how the throttle just kind of hangs? Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure the air conditioning is not working. We should be able to verify that by coming under the hood here and noticing that the cooling fans are not running. Right there, they're not running. So, no. It could just need charged, or we could have an issue with the compressor. You can see the compressor down below there. Well, you can't really see it because the camera's not focusing on it, but either way, compressor's not working. Not a big deal though, guys, depending on what this thing goes for. Generally, they don't sell for much because they're not worth a whole lot, but this could be a great car for somebody. So I'm going to say this one is going to stay on the watch list because I'm definitely interested in this. Last on the list today, guys, a Bentley Continental GT. I think it's a 2006. I'm not 100% sure. Let's come up here and take a look. Yes, it is an 06 Bentley Continental GT, man. I don't know why, but I got a thing for these cars, man. I think they're absolutely sick. And this one is not salvage. This one, as far as I know, doesn't have anything wrong with it. It's just an older Bentley. And that's something you really have to take into consideration. If you're thinking about buying something like this, you may want to think twice about it, guys. These are high maintenance cars. I'm not sure what the mileage is on it. I don't remember. I think it was like 66,000. Got those Bentley wheels right there. Look at her. Absolutely gorgeous car. Let's take a look inside. Let's see if it's got power. Let's see what the mileage and everything is on it. Ooh, fancy. I love the diamond stitching, guys. I do. I've got a thing for this diamond stitching here. Oh, let's see what it smells like. Oh, it does have power, and it does have 68,000 miles on the odometer. Here is your fancy smancy Bentley key right here. I don't know if this is push to start. I don't know where the key. Oh, the key goes over here. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. It barely makes it all the way over here. There we go. Let's turn the lock, press and hold. What? Press and hold, stop, start. Okay. Ignition is on. All right, let's hit the brake. What? Okay, do I have to close the door? Come on now. Don't do this to me. Ah. There we go. Looks like we have a battery light. We do. So it looks like this may have... Oh, there it goes. Okay, battery light was on for a minute. It's off now. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Can we turn off the air conditioning here? Boy, there's so many dang buttons. I don't even know what to push. You know what I mean? Whoa. Let's not do that, man. I told it to turn off. Okay. It's not turning off. Anyway. Let's check the important window. Yep, important window works. What about gears? Yeah, it went into reverse, went backward, and it went forward. Okay. Can't expect much more than that, right? Let's take a look under the hood, see what's going on under there. It's going to have that Bentley W12. Ridiculous amount of horsepower and torque, but this is an awful big, heavy car, guys. I keep thinking you got to pull. There we go. You got to pull the Bentley symbol out. The hood struts are, well, they're not the best. But there's your Bentley W12 twin turbo. It's some ridiculous number. What is it, like 550, 650 horsepower, something like that? I got to admit, guys, it's running like a dream. It is. Listen to it. She is purring like a kitten, man. I'm not going to close that all the way to make it a little bit easier for the next guy that comes out here and wants to look at it. And I can't keep this running too long because this is a closed off area and I don't want to die of carbon monoxide poisoning, nor do I want to, off anybody else from carbon monoxide poisoning either. Does this open like this? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Surely there's a button somewhere for the trunk. The trunk is where they put all of the really cool electronics, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know where the trunk button is. What about this fancy adaptive suspension? Does it work? Suspension, comfort. Oh, it's moving. Oh, wow, it does work. It does. Okay. I don't know how to adjust it. Yeah, that's not a touchscreen, guys. I'm looking down here and it's like, how do you you push it and it comes on, and then you think you push this, but this doesn't seem to do anything. That button doesn't seem to do anything either. I'm probably pushing like mirrors or something like that, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, this car's a little a little more advanced than what I'm used to. Let's go ahead and shut her down. She seems happy. Take the key out of the ignition. And maybe we can push a trunk button here, huh? There we go. That worked. So again, I'm not really sure why this is here. Maybe somebody just, you know, they're done with it. They've had it, they've owned it, they used it, and they realize that at 68,000 miles, it's time to let this bad boy go. You got a big battery over there with a bunch of maxi fuses. You got another battery right there. And it looks like somebody had a battery tender on this thing at some point. So it's probably spent a lot of time sitting. I'll be the first to admit, guys, during this whole pandemic, things have been tough on pretty much everybody, man. Pretty much everybody. Times are tough right now, and sometimes you got to let your toys go. You know, you don't want to. You're not happy about it, but you've got to make the right decision, man. And, you know, these, at the end of the day, remember, these are toys. These are depreciating assets. Is that really where you want your money in the middle of a pandemic? Probably not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, record it all on an iPhone because I forgot my SD card at home. Lovely when you live an hour away from Copart. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. Share the video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. You follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. This whole week is going to be recorded on an iPhone. I'll catch y'all very soon in the next one.